My whole family's been in prison.
I
do
know,
prison
right? You know
hacks.
what it is.
I
Yeah.
know how to do tampon hair curlers. You're good. Welcome to the She Drives Me Crazy podcast. I'm your host, Alabama. We talk love, life, everything in between. I am so freaking excited for today, Pynk Beard.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, how are you? My pleasure to meet you.
So if you don't know Pynk Beard, I'm going to read. I took this off your website, so if it's wrong, it's your people's fault, not mine.
Okay.
You are son of a Southern preacher, singer-songwriter from Birmingham, Alabama. Your work has appeared on 6 Grammy-winning and Grammy-nominated projects.
Yes.
You wrote Scars to Your Beautiful for Alessia Cara, which is an amazing song. Also, you've written songs for J-Lo, John Legend, Alicia Keys, and more. And you were most recently known for America's Got Talent.
Yes.
Which we're still, I don't even know what we can talk about that. So, because I don't know what's going on with the season and all this stuff. Why Pynk Beard? Why not purple beard or green beard?
I used to live in LA. I lived in LA for a few years, and I just moved back home in the last year. But the last year that I was there, I was hosting a birthday party for a really good friend of mine. Yeah. And she has these twin brother pastors from New York. Yeah. They moved to LA to do fashion. They designed fashion together. And they had this color in their hair. And I used to have dreads, and I had all kinds of colors in my dreads, but I don't have hair anymore. So I was like, man, I really like that color. If I had hair, I'd put it on put it in my hair. And then one of the brothers was like, you do have it. It's just on your face. And I was like,
that's a great idea.
I've never seen that. Let me let me try it. And so when I put it on, it just made me smile. And I was like, okay, I'm going with this.
It looks good. And nobody will ever confuse you. And have you seen people are making, like I have a friend that's a dog groomer. He did a pink beard on his dog and made it a picture. Have you seen that?
Yeah. I love that.
You'll never miss it.
It's one of those things. It's like, what's really fun. There's this guy on Instagram named Fat Rhymer. And we actually really look alike. Yeah. Someone sent me a picture and was like, are you in the airport in Georgia? And I was like, nah, there's no way.
Is his beard pink too?
His is red. But I looked at him, I was like, whoa. And then he came to town, we met, and we really do look alike. But his is more red than pink. But yeah.
You need to do, this is a side note, it has nothing to do with the podcast, but you need to do did you see Pitbull made a world record of the most people wearing bald caps at his show in London? You need to do that with the most amount of people wearing pink beards at your show.
That'd be nice. I was actually just talking about something like that on the way here. I was talking to my manager about that. I'm hoping it catches on.
I want to talk about your the audition for America's Got Talent, because I think, first off, I love you for representing Birmingham, because I'm from Birmingham and a lot of people don't realize how much talent we have out of Birmingham, Alabama. And you've traveled, if you say, I'm from Alabama, a lot of people look at you like, oh, well, you must eat cornbread all day. So you represent Alabama very well. And I think you're awesome for that. But I really loved in the audition, you said, I almost gave up on music in 2025 because you always wrote songs for other people, and you almost gave up on being a front man.
Yes, for sure.
I love that you kept going. Like, that's so motivational. What did you do? How did you get through that?
That's a really good question. I think what happened, honestly, the last Grammy I was nominated for, the Grammy before. So 3 years ago, I was at the Grammys. I got nominated for Best R&B Song with Halle's Angel. And so I've been to the Grammys a bunch of times, but I've never gone to, like, the Grammys happen all day, right? Yeah. It's right. Most times you go to the evening thing, you want to be on the one that's on TV, but the Grammys are going on like top of the morning to like night. And I was like, you know what, man? Let me try to experience something new. Because again, once you're writing songs for so long, you kind of, I love the job, don't get me twisted, but it can be very like, I got to go see these industry people. And so I was like, I'm going to try something new. And so I went to the day performances or the day show. And so I'm in the show and they're like 90 Grammy categories. Yeah. Right. And I'm a Grammy meeting, but you only get to vote on 10. So I'm like watching all these people get these Grammys. I'm like, man, this is incredible. And then they called out the Americana Grammy. And they started playing the things from the people who won Americana. And I was like, oh my God, that's what I'm missing. Like that sounds like home to me. Yeah. And I called my manager. I was like, bro, I want to do that. And he said, that's a lot harder than it looks. And I was like, you don't know where I'm from. You must not really like.
Right.
This is second nature. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is really what I know. And so that kind of helped me push through it. Because I had this whole project is kind of about that falling in love again. Like, literally, it's a double entendre between like giving up on love, giving up on music, and then saying, you know what? One more shot.
Well, and I would almost compare it to like if you have a normal job or whatever, like people do the same job for 20 years and you get to a point of what's next in my life? Because no matter how great it is or what it is, if you're doing the same thing, it's almost kind of like, what's my next promotion in my life?
Yes. And that's even true. Like, you know, there's a old Nirvana song called Plateau.
Yeah.
And he says, there's nothing on top but a bucket and a mop and an illustrated book about birds, you know. And you know, you spend your whole life like trying to get to like, I want to win a Grammy. I just got nominated for an Emmy this year, which is like,
that's cool. You
know, but it's like you get to that thing and you're like, okay, like that's cool, but like where are the streamers? I don't know, like where it doesn't feel as rewarding as you think it ought. And when I started doing this project, it feels rewarding. And so like that's why I wanted to go audition for stuff and like do bars and like, cause that's what I did when I was in college.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was just, you know, I went to University of Alabama, I'm at Egan's, you know, we just down there jamming, you know, and I missed that part of music. And so this project kind of reignited that part of me.
How do you feel? Like, do you pinch yourself now and wake up and go, oh man, now we're doing this?
Oh, it's the best feeling. Like I probably cramp my cheeks about twice a day. It's the best feeling for a lot of reasons. One, because again, this music is so very germane to me. Like I get to sing a bit of gospel and a bit of country and a bit of rock and a bit of rap, and I just kind of throw it all in a pot and see what comes up out of it. So that part is incredible. And then like the joy that I'm seeing in people's faces is just like, it's infectious and it's contagious. And so I feel amazing.
Do you feel like you manifested it or you prayed this into existence, or do you, like, I'm a firm believer in visualize your future, what you want. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like you did something specifically or kept yourself in the right headspace to get through the part where you almost gave up to get to here? Like if you had to give advice to somebody that's like, man, I'm about to give up, I don't know if I can hit my dream, and you said just keep going or whatever, what would you say to that person? Okay.
So I have a ton of little sayings, right? Okay. So a dream is just a dream.
Yeah.
Right? A dream with a deadline is a plan. A dream with a plan with a picture is a blueprint. Right? And so what I did was I started I kind of stripped away all the things that I knew about music industry and got back to what I had learned about music. And I write my best songs when I'm by myself, you know, I do stuff in studios, but I prefer to just like go sit outside and just like talk what's on my mind.
Yeah.
And so I started just kind of doing that, right? Like initially what kind of started the project was I was writing some songs that I was trying to send to Shabuzi, right? Backstory. I smoked for a very long time. I quit smoking about 2.5 years ago now.
Weed or cigarettes?
Cigarettes.
Okay.
Cigarettes.
It's 2026. You don't know.
It is. I own a farm in Oregon, but I don't like to be high.
Yeah.
Right? But I do own a farm in Oregon. So shout out to the 420.
I'm going to give you some peacocks. I got 10 pet peacocks. I need to get rid of some. Beautiful. I'm about to hook you up.
That's wonderful. I'd love to have some peacocks out there, man. That's great. I got some llamas. I got alpacas, not llamas. I got alpacas.
Okay.
Chickens and dogs. Anyway, so
man, you're about to be best friends. You have no idea.
I love that. So what was I saying? Okay. So I strip all that away. I start just I was writing some stuff for Shabuzi, but I quit smoking. And so you don't recognize that like your voice is getting better over time. You just like, so I'm sending these demos off, not really recognizing, my voice is getting a little better. I'm just sending off demos, right? And every time I would send a demo off, somebody would go, yo, who's that singing?
And you could hold the note longer too, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Oh,
like it was getting clearer, blah. And I was like, oh, that's me. And they're like, you should do that yourself. And I was like, whatever. And then eventually I sent it to a producer friend of mine. He was like, no, man, my wife really thinks you should do this yourself. Like, sounds good. And I was like, okay. So so then I was like, all right, I'm going to really, really invest in doing it myself. But then I was like, I want to do it like I would do it. Like, no, I don't want to go to some fancy studio. I just want to sit at my house, a
with
piano
with your
or a
llamas.
guitar. Yes, and just
Alpacas.
play, right? And
Yeah.
just right. And so I started just coming up with these songs, and then my beard is normally skunk black and white, and I was like, okay, what does this look like? Right? I know what it feels like, but what does it look like? And then that story I was telling you about how I saw those guys, and I was like, that's what it looks like. So then I called a friend of mine. I was like, man, sketch this out for me. Like, I want to see that.
Yeah.
And so a stylist friend of mine did some little sketches, like AI sketches of like what it looks like. And I was like,
With your beard.
yes. And I was like, I like that guy. That's the guy. That's the guy. And so I went and bought some. Before I bleached my hair, I was like, I just want to do like a color swap, right? So I went and got some shampoo, put a little bit just on where my hair was already white. I put a little bit down. And I was like, yeah.
You need action figures. You need pink beard action figures. Brother, I will be in charge of your merch. Okay, sorry. I see it as you're describing, you looking at it. Okay.
Yeah. So that's how it came to be. And it was just like, you know what? I like that guy. That's the guy I want to, that's the person I want to be. And so it kind of that, but giving myself, always setting like a small goal that I could accomplish. Right?
Yeah.
If I could get that sketch, I did that today. If I could write that one hook, I did that today. If I can, what does it dress like? If I can just accomplish that one little thing. And then over time you look back and it's like, oh, that's a whole.
That was the whole picture.
That's the whole thing, yeah.
You just had to take one step at a time.
Yeah.
When you write love songs, who are you writing about? Do you think of a specific relationship or a specific person?
Yes. Again, this project, the full album is called Sugar and Salt. And it's about a breakup that I went through and giving up on relationships completely and then finding the best human being God ever made. Yeah. And saying, you know what? I am going to try that one more time. And so every song on this project is, I won't say like word for word about a relationship, but like at least loosely based on what that process was like for me.
So I'm excited because I want to ask you about your relationship. Because this podcast, I talk a lot about love on this podcast, and I love talking to men about love because you see a totally different side of men when they talk about their significant others. Yeah. And it's a side that I think more women need to see. What's your relationship status?
I am engaged. You know what I'm saying? I am engaged.
And you got a ring.
Yeah.
Does that mean you were proposed to?
No. I proposed. And I gave her a ring and she was like, well, do you want one? And I was like, yeah, I would like one. So she went and bought me one. And I'm really thankful.
How'd you meet this girl?
We've actually known each other since we were kids.
I love this.
But we sang in like a little gospel choir together when we were like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
And then life happens. We go our separate ways. And then we ran back into each other during COVID. And we ran into each other on Facebook of all places because she was nursing in Alaska. And I was living in LA. And so eventually we kind of talked ourselves into meeting. She came to LA to hang out with me, and the rest is we'll get married. Yeah.
How'd you propose? Oh, this is gonna be good.
I called her on the way to work. I'm a very I don't like flash. I like practical things. I'm very much about I want you to know that this is about you.
Yeah.
Right. And so she was getting ready to go to work. She was putting on her clothes, and I just walked in the room and hit my knee. Right. And she was like,
did you already have the ring?
Yep.
How long had you had the ring before you waited for the moment?
A week.
Okay.
A week.
Were
I
you just waiting?
I had been planning it for about 8 months.
All right.
But I had to get it made, blah, blah, blah. And money is funny these days. So I was like, putting money, okay. So the fun of it was keeping it secret. Yeah. And so it was one of those things where it's like, now is the time I want to make sure that I go into this whole chapter of my life is really centered around finding myself and finding her.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
Were there any times that you knew you were going to propose that y'all had a little tiff in the back of your mind you're like, oh, you just don't know. You got a ring coming and trying to keep it to yourself?
Yeah, that happens all the time. The best part about her is she doesn't mind talking through things, right? Like
that communication I think is a big deal.
And we're learning both of us. Because we both come from we're from the same place, but life treats us differently. And so for a long time, I hated conflict right? And I still don't like it. I'm not like a, you can have your way. Promise you, I'll be fine, you know. And I realized that I was shutting off a lot of things by just not speaking through them, like just talk through it. And she has heard things like that too. Like some stuff can be difficult for her to talk through. But as a couple, we've decided that, you know what? We're going to talk through things, right? We're going to do the best that we can to understand each other. Because it's so much, I tell her all the time that like relationships are weird because we don't really have words for what it is. I can try to explain it to you, but the words that I'm saying right now.
The feeling is different. That's why you're such a good songwriter, because you know how to express feelings with music.
Yes, and so even when you're talking you're talking to your significant other and you're trying to, like, I want you to see a thing, but the thing that person has a wiring about the way they see things too.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so it's like, oh, that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say it like this, and
if you have, I'm really big right now. I'm digging into like childhood trauma and how it affects our attachment styles. And you've got like avoidant people and then anxious attachment and all the things. And then that goes into it too.
She's anxious and I'm avoidant. And I know that. And she knows that. And so I'm like, okay, I love this girl, right? Like, but I'm such a loner. Like I can sit in a room by myself all day, stare at the wall, and me and autism will just have a hallelujah good time, you know? Like, I'm such a loner in that regard. But she's very much like, she wants to be around. She wants to like, right? And that took
Why are you by yourself? What are you doing? What's wrong? Did I do something wrong? How do we fix it?
Yes. And I'm like, oh, no, baby, it's not that. And so I'm learning how to like, oh, this is the time that I should share with her. And she's learning how to say, okay, he's just sitting out there.
I love that.
Yeah. But that takes a lot of talk. It takes a lot of like understanding each other so that you don't feel abandoned, so that she doesn't think I'm abandoning her.
Do y'all watch podcasts or any, like how do you know the difference between anxious and avoidant? Like, how do y'all work on this together? Do y'all go to therapy together?
We go to therapy.
Yes.
We go to therapy.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing wrong with therapy.
Nothing wrong with therapy. Please, man, nothing wrong with therapy. We have a therapist, but we've just kind of made it our business. I don't really like talking about relationships. Oddly enough, I don't like talking about relationships because I feel like the language of relationship is either outdated. It just hasn't evolved to like represent what we really go through.
And I almost feel like maybe for you as a public figure, because I feel this with my radio show, I don't like to talk about when I'm dating because other people will start putting their opinions in it, and then it'll make, you may see something that was never a problem, and then somebody else will be like, hey, there's a problem with that. And then your mind starts going and you're like, and other people will come into your relationship that aren't even in it. And you're like, what are you doing? You're going to mess this up.
I'll mess it up, man. And that's very true. And you said when we were coming to you, like, I don't see a lot of things public about your relationship. She and I are very public.
Yeah.
Like we're out.
Is she a public figure too?
She's a nurse.
Okay, that's right. Okay, because she was nursing. And
yes. But she and I are very public. Like we're gonna be out. We're gonna go out to dinner. We're gonna go to the events. We got season tickets to go see the Stallions. We like to get. I'm a homebody, but for her, I will move around, and so we're not like private. But you're right. There's always somebody or something that's like, well, did you see how he took that picture with that And I'm around a ton of people. I'm around a bunch of beautiful people. Right, we hug a lot. You know, I got tons of pictures hugging people, and the last thing I need is for someone to go, "Well, did you see how his eye cut to the?" And I'm like, "Oh no, baby, no."
And are you hyper aware too of you're a public figure and trying to protect her privacy because she didn't sign up for that?
Absolutely. But she's the best sport. Again, one of the best human being I've ever made. She's a really good sport. She's very supportive. She wants to be there, but she doesn't really like. She's not trying to be a star. Like that's just not her world. And so I try to protect, keep her as far away from that part of it as possible. But like as far as like the business of it all, or the the show of it all, she's very much a part of it. You might catch her running my merch table sometimes, or
I love that.
Taking tickets at the door or whatever. Like she's just a Swiss Army knife in that regard.
Does she sing with you at all? Because y'all sang as kids. Is she on the album? Is she a secret backup singer on the album?
I wish. She's one. She likes to sing, but she doesn't think she can sing. So I would never push her to.
You're gonna have her on stage, and she's gonna be like Briley King, and end up being famous on her. Yeah.
I brought her on stage. We did a show. I did a show in Madison a couple weeks back. I brought her on stage and we danced a little bit. It was nice.
How did you know she was the one? What was the moment that you realized, I want to spend the rest of my life with this girl?
I'm an avoidant person. I have an avoidant attachment style, and she has an anxious one. And we were supposed to hang out like Thanksgiving. I want to say 2022. She was supposed to come out and visit me. So she called me that morning. And I was busy doing something. She was going to the airport. She called me that morning. I was busy doing something. I was like, I'm going to call her back. Well, I didn't call her back. And she got anxious when she got to the airport. Changed her ticket and flew to Mexico. And normally, I'm an avoidant.
You'd be like, okay, whatever. Okay, also, good for her for being like, I ain't going to wait around on no man. Yeah. I'm going to Mexico.
But in my mind, the plans are made. I'll be there to pick you up at the airport.
Yeah.
But because... she's like, well, I'm flying out there. I hadn't heard from you. And I totally get that. But in my mind, plans were made. And when I cared, I was like, oh, that's different.
Yeah.
Because normally I wouldn't give a fuck. I don't care. Like, whatever. Do you, right? But when that bot, like, I was like, oh, I miss that lady. Like, I need to find her. I need to see her. I need to fix that.
Did you go to Mexico?
I did not.
Damn,
Because I didn't know where in Mexico she was.
That would have been a great movie.
Yeah. No, but I made it my business to never, like, I never wanted to have another holiday without her. I never, like, and that was just the sign, like, okay, that's the one. Go make that work.
What do you think that was different? Because you said you went through a breakup before and you started working on yourself. Do you think there was something that changed in yourself by the time that you met her that made it different?
Yeah, and I blame Pynk Beer for that. Like a part of this whole experience, again, the whole project is about finding me and finding her.
Yeah.
And one of the things, I have a song that's coming out soon. My next single. It's called "On My Hood," and a lot of times we think about what we want out of love, like what we want out of a relationship, and I don't think we think as much about what that's going to cost, right? Like, so one of the things that I worked on in myself was, okay, if I want anything out of it, what am I willing to put up for it, right? Like, what do I want to put into it?
Yeah.
And a part of that thing is, okay, Sebastian, you're going to have to be as understanding as you want somebody to be with you. You're going to have to be as patient as you want someone to be with you. You're going to have to be as bendable as you want somebody to be with you. And I think that's a big part as to why we're working the way that we work, because I am like every day.
You're ready.
Oh man. And I'm working and the places where I'm not perfect, I'm like, okay, I tell her all the time, like, don't go to sleep mad at me. If I didn't get it right today, right? Hey, tell me what that is so that I can get it right tomorrow. I want to, if we're going to make it for forever, we can't stop today. Like, I can't be done growing today. So many people are going to want to marry you after listening to this podcast. Or she will fight. She has hands.
They're going to play this for their husbands and be like Pynk Beer, because listen to this.
No, that's facts though. Yeah, you're never going to make it forever on today's thoughts, right? Like, you got to be growing and you got to be learning that person better and, trying to be, every day I want to just be the best version of me that I can give her. And I feel like she does the same thing for me.
Normally my question is, what's the best relationship advice you've been given? But I'm going to switch it for you. If you could give somebody relationship advice that is single now and they're like, man, I think I'm going to give up on love. I don't know if it's going to happen for me. What would your advice be to that person? I kind of think you said it though, of like, be what you want from a person.
Be exactly what you want to see. Right, yeah. Marry the mirror, man. Like, marry the mirror. Like, if you're not in love with that person that you see in the mirror, don't expect anybody else to be in love with it. Right, like, and I mean that not just from the way you look, but are you happy with you?
Yeah.
Right? Like, are you happy with you? I got this long story I could tell you. I'm not going to waste much of your time. But one day I met myself, right? And I had this real serious conversation with myself about what it means to be me, right? And why I don't take care of myself, right?
Yeah.
Like, you don't love you, right? You should treat yourself better. And I as a songwriter, I would find myself in a, like if I'm writing a song, I don't write song. Like, I don't put them on paper. They're in my head. I walk outside, I sing it in my head, I come in, I sing it, right? So I don't have like a notebook. So I'll come back in and I'm singing a song and I make a mistake, right? Because I'm not reading it. I'm just, right?
Right.
And so then I get mad with me and go, come on, son, you can do better than that. And then I thought to myself, why am I beating on me, right? Like, it's okay to give myself some grace here, right? Because I would want someone else to give me grace, right? I would want, like, they're not judging me as hard as I'm judging me,
Right.
right? So learning how to be kinder to myself, and then that kindness is kind of bleeding back out, right? And it's like, okay, I get it, right? Like, I don't want to be upset with you. I want to understand you, right? I don't want to, I don't want us to break apart about that. Like, I want us to figure it out, right? And yeah.
If music, whenever you get sick of music and you're like, okay, I'm over this, you need to be a motivational speaker or a coach, because you have such good advice and you're
Thank
so
you.
good. Last question,
Okay.
and I'll let you have your day. Favorite date night in Birmingham? Say you had unlimited resources, unlimited funds. You could rent a helicopter if you wanted to.
Okay.
Like, best date night in Birmingham, what would you do?
I am really a homebody, and she cooks. So for me, the best night in the world would just be like, there's this we have this drink that we drink at Walk-Ons. Shout out Walk-Ons. It's called the Death Valley. It's way too much alcohol.
What's
in
in
the
the
cup.
Death Valley? What color is it?
It's almost this
Is it
color.
pink?
Yeah, it's like a pinkish purplish color.
Pink beard gets pink drinks.
It's way, I think there's Everclear in it. Don't quote me on that. It is a lot, and it comes in a to-go cup. I don't
Okay.
know why it's a to-go cup. You shouldn't take it anywhere. But we drink those, and that's like our little hole in the wall, like our pub or whatever. And then we go home and she'd cook something, or I'd cook something, and we live on a lake, and I just like to sit back there and, but if we're going out, she likes to get dressy. So we like things like dinner en blanc. We like things, where you can go out, and she likes themes. I don't like dressing like other people. But
It's a girl thing. We love themes. Have y'all ever done a matching Halloween costume?
Yes.
What was it?
Well, actually, we did a matching Thanksgiving. Oh, we did matching Halloween this year. We did Sinners. So I was Sammy from Sinners, and she was, I forgot the lady's name, but our whole family, we did the Sinners thing. And then for Thanksgiving, we have these T-shirts that says, "She's my sweet potato," and hers says, "Yes, I am."
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. And I'm like, that's cheesy, but if she likes it,
I'm gonna
okay.
do it for her.
Yeah, why not? Why not? It doesn't hurt.
I'm just going to say this for any of the women listening, because I think women will chase a man and try to get them to do all these things, but you can tell how much you love her and how in love you are. And you're like, I don't like this stuff, but for her, I will.
Yeah, why not, man? It's just a T-shirt. You know what I'm saying? If it makes her smile, like it makes the world just a better place, man. It really does.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.